It began with a hiss. Callie Turner was used to the hum of the old radio in the university's media lab. She worked late most nights, cataloging audio tapes from the 1970s, recordings from old ghost investigations, exorcisms, folklore interviews. Most of them were junk, static, whispers, ambient noise. But that night, one particular reel caught her attention. It was unmarked. Callie clicked the play button. The speakers popped, then went dead. She adjusted the dial. Another pop. Then the hiss returned, low, like a breath dragging through grit. She was about to shut it off when something came through. We wait here. Callie froze. The voice was distorted, metallic. Male? Female? She couldn't tell. She leaned closer. In the static. She slammed the stop button. Silence. The old lab room felt colder than before. The fluorescent lights flickered once, then twice, then steadied. Goosebumps rose on her arms. She pulled the reel off, labeled it in red marker, danger, do not play, and slid it in the back of the metal drawer. Then she locked the drawer. She didn't believe in ghosts. She was a researcher. But that voice, it hadn't been a recording artifact. It had spoken to her. Or so it felt. Part 2. Frequencies. 2 nights later, Callie's phone rang at 3:13 a.m. No number, just unknown. She let it go to voicemail. A minute later, a notification popped up. She opened it. Voicemail, 06. She pressed play. Sss, we see you. She threw her phone across the room. At the lab the next morning, she stormed to the drawer. Unlocked, empty. The reel was gone. Only one other person had access, Nolan Vega, her TA. A horror film junkie with a taste for the paranormal. She found him editing footage in the media room, eyes bloodshot, hands twitching over the keyboard. You took the reel, she said. He didn't look up. They're beautiful, he muttered. What? Nolan turned. His pupils were dilated, his lips cracked. You can hear them if you listen hard enough, in the silence, under the white noise. His voice wasn't right. Callie stepped back. You're sick, she said. Give me the reel. Nolan smiled. Too late. I shared it. Part 3. Viral. The clip was online by morning. Nolan had uploaded a 10-second snippet on a paranormal subreddit, just the static and a voice whispering, they wait in the static. It went viral. People claimed to hear different things in the audio. Some heard children crying, others heard screams. A few said they saw faces flicker on their screen, distorted mouths stretching in agony. The subreddit moderators deleted the post, but it was too late. It had already been downloaded, re-uploaded, shared, and the whispers had spread. Part 4. Echoes. Over the next week, strange reports poured in. People who listened to the clip complained of headaches, nightmares, voices in their walls, TVs turning on by themselves, radios playing static even when unplugged. A podcast host who featured the clip on her show vanished during a live stream. The last thing her audience heard was a frantic whisper, "Don't let them out." The screen had gone black. The camera feed dissolved into static, just static. Part 5. The Room. Callie stopped sleeping. Every night the same dream. She was in a white room, no doors, no windows, just a radio sitting in the center, crackling, and always the same voice. We wait. Then the shadows would come, not people, shapes, twisted, crawling, long-limbed. She'd always wake up before they reached her, but last night they touched her, and she woke up with a black handprint burned into her arm. She couldn't ignore it anymore. She needed answers. She returned to the lab and went through the original boxes where the tape had been found. Most were old university records labeled by year. One box had no label. Inside was a folder. Project Silent Gate, 1976. She opened it. Photos of students wired up to headsets, old reel players. A single report. Open quote. Exposure to frequency 428.9 megahertz for prolonged periods appears to cause auditory hallucinations, nightmares, and in some cases catatonia. One subject, ID number 6, claimed to be trapped in the static, recommending immediate suspension of all tests. Close quote. The page ended there. No signatures, no university logo, just a stamp, facility closed, archive do not reopen. Too late. Part 6. Contagion. By now, 5 more people had vanished. Nolan among them. His last email to Callie simply read, open quote, they don't want to be forgotten. The more we listen, the more real they become. Close quote. That night, her laptop turned on by itself. The screen flickered. Then a video began to play. Nolan's face appeared, pale, eyes wide with terror. They're through the wires now, he whispered. Through the code. Every upload opens the gate wider. Stop them before the whole signal gets out. Then static, and behind it, faces pressed into the screen. mouthing words she couldn't hear but felt. We are here. Part 7. The Gate. Callie made her choice. She broke into the university's transmission tower. It was the highest point on campus, a relic from the 1970s, now barely functional. But it still worked, still transmitted local FM signals. She climbed the steps to the broadcast room, pulled out the original reel, recovered from Nolan's locker, and set it on fire. Then she pulled the plug on the tower's transmitter. The light dimmed, the wine in the air gone. She stood in silence, but silence isn't empty. From the corner of the room, the old radio buzzed back to life. Click. The reel was gone. The tower was off, but something still played. You heard us. Callie turned. Shadows moved along the wall. You let us in. Part 8. Static. She doesn't remember what happened next. Not exactly. Only the screaming. Her own, theirs. She woke in a hospital, hooked to machines, eyes dry from not blinking. The doctors said she'd been found on the tower floor, catatonic. They called it a nervous breakdown. But her ears still ring. Every night, she hears it again, the whisper in the static. We wait. She tried to tell the doctors. They smiled, gave her more pills. Then one of them leaned in and whispered in her ear. Soon. Now she doesn't sleep at all. Part 9. Transmission across the country. The clip continues to circulate. Even though it's been deleted from every official site, even though the university denies it ever existed, people find it, sometimes in old email threads, sometimes as an audio glitch on live streams, sometimes just playing from their speakers without warning. And every time someone listens, the shadows get a little closer. They wait in the static, and they are tired of waiting.
If you enjoyed our video, please subscribe to our channel, share the video with others, and don't forget to like it.